Thank you. We're going to do a visual demonstration right now that shows how important it is for us to make accurate diagnoses for the individuals who come to see us. And I'm going to ask first off, can anyone here tell me how many cards there are in a deck of playing cards without the jokers? Yes, 52 exactly. And can someone tell me how many weeks there are in the year? 52 exactly. Can someone tell me how many suits there are in a deck of cards? 4 exactly. Clubs, hearts, spades, and diamonds. And can someone tell me how many seasons there are in the year, typically here in the Midwest? 4, yes, yes. And winter, spring, summer, and fall. And can someone tell me how many cards there are in each suit? And that's 52 divided by 4, so it's 13. Can someone tell me how many cycles of the moon there are in the year? Are you seeing a pattern here? Yes, 13. Cards. Coincidence, you ask? No. They were created as almanacs of life. They were created originally in Korea, made out of wood, moved to China where they were converted to paper, and then sent to Europe where the court cards were added, converted to 52 pasteboards to give us games of chance. 52 cards. 52 cards plus the 2 jokers for 54 reminds us that what we're going to demonstrate here in a minute is that patients present to our offices as if from a shuffled deck of cards dealt into our schedules at random. And then we see the individuals and we make a diagnosis. And that diagnosis determines our treatment approach. And we want to be certain the diagnosis is accurate because that will help us determine that our treatment approach will have the greatest amount of benefit. And of course, here today we're talking about medical, legal issues and ethical issues, and primum non nocere, above all else, do no harm. So we want to be sure that we're working very effectively. So I'm going to ask now if someone here in the room, may I ask someone who has a comfort level of playing cards, one amongst us, will think of a playing card. Do not tell me what it is, but I want you please to just think of a playing card. Who would like to do that? Very good, thank you. I just want you to think of a playing card. And I want you to concentrate on that card. And please do not tell us what that card is yet, because I'm going to name that card. Now, that's pretty powerful. All you did was think of a card, and I'm going to name it for you. And that's really interesting, because when patients present to us, we need to get a lot of information from them to make an accurate diagnosis, don't we? Yes. For today's purposes, however, I am going to name your card Phil. You see, you thought I was going to tell you what your card is, but that's too easy. I've named all the cards. I have Paul and Jake and Rick and Sam and Dave. They wrote Soul Man, 1968, I did the music. And Don and Mike and Jean and Alan, my brother, and Jane, my mother Ruth, Rose, Bud, for you Orson Welles fans. 54 different names in this deck. And one, and only one, is named Phil. And you thought of Buck and Sven, and you thought of one card, and only one card, yes? And so our goal is to match the name of the card. Because our goal is to match the signs and symptoms of our patients with their diagnosis, so that then we can match it to an appropriate treatment approach. And so I'm going to ask now, would you please share out loud the actual playing card you were thinking of? It was the 7 of clubs. We're going to go through here and find the 7 of clubs. Now, I already named it Phil, and only one card in this deck is named Phil. So let's look and see, as we go through, when you see the 7 of clubs, I want you please to say, there is the 7 of clubs. I'm going to drop the 7 of clubs to the table. One and only one card is named Phil. There's only one 7 of clubs in this deck. Now, of course, we're hoping to create a miracle here today, because My role was to read your mind before you ever selected your card. In a moment, I'm going to ask you, in a moment, to raise that card to thunderous applause if the name on the back is Phil. Would you please lift up that card and show us the name on the back?
Yeah.
And it is. Thank you.